Welcome to Thriving Tribesmen. My name is Curry, your host, and I'm excited to be making this episode. It is Monday or Tuesday now, just Tuesday morning. I'm at work and I'm inside my car, and it's what it feels like -3 degrees. So cold, and God, Wooly had everything. Just really try to survive this freezing cold, but I really wanted to make this episode because I had a discussion with somebody on a Facebook group, and I was talking about how important it is to have confidence in yourself and building confidence within your relationship, especially when you're experiencing a lot of rejection. I think most people, when they face rejection, they downward spiral, and then they downward spiral and start exhibiting certain behaviors. Those behaviors that come out of feeling rejected, feeling unwanted, usually are more detrimental in terms of changing things around. They actually make the situation worse. So the way you react to a rejection is more important than how you act when you're trying to seduce the person. Because when you start thinking about the psychology behind somebody rejecting you, it's generally not because of you. It's very few occasions it has to do with your looks or what you look like. Again, part of it could be the fact that you don't have really good hygiene, but this is like exceptions. Like, something has happened, something that maybe it's really an exceptional circumstance that your physical attributes are the reasons why the person is not attracted to you. Because a lot of seduction is mental stimulation, and there's a lot of sub-communication that you have to do in order to really successfully seduce somebody. So it's really, really important. I'm pausing a little bit when I'm talking because I'm trying to make sure that I say the point. And I'm also trying to avoid the ums and ums, because when I listen back, it frustrates me when I hear it. And I'm sure it's frustrating for you guys too. So just back to the point. So because there's a lot of these sub-communications that you do, usually people they sort of neglect all of that part of the information, or at least way of communicating. And sometimes when people do go out and start seducing somebody, it's almost, let me backtrack a little bit. So remember the first time when you got rejected, and when you did get rejected, all of a sudden it was painful, it was weird, you just didn't know how to react to it. The following time that you attempted to go and seduce, you now had some sort of reservation. Now, I don't know if any of you guys play golf or play any sport, but I play golf. And if you went on to the first tee, which is the first place where you hit the ball, and there's a certain area where you're supposed to hit the ball and get it to land, and that place is called the fairway. And then outside of the fairway is where what they call the rough. So the grass on the fairway is really, really short. So if you hit it on there, the ball would bounce and then roll, and then you'll be also a lot easier to hit your second shot. But if you hit it outside of the fairway, you end up in what we call the rough. This is really, really tall grass, very difficult to hit into, and usually it's probably a lot more difficult to get to the target. So your second shot is recovery or 10 times more difficult than the first time. And if you are in the rough, you're probably lucky, because if you end up in a place like a bunker, which is a bit where you got loads of sand, that sometimes can be very difficult to come out of those ones as well. So in the course, when you're trying to play a course, you're really trying to go against your friends, but you're also playing against the course. And the actual we call it a hole. So the hole is the the one that you're playing at the time. So if it's hole number one, you might have to have, you've got at least maybe 5 shots before you get to the to sink your last shot. So you got 5 shots to do that. Anything more than that is now considered bad. So in order for you to do this successfully, you have to really have a great first shot, and then land on the fairway, and then try and get a good second shot that will position you again so you can then go onto the green. And then usually it should take you about 2 or 3 shots to get to the green, and then you should have 2 shots to putt, which is now where it's even shorter grass and it runs a lot more smoother, so you get into the hole. And basically, I'm saying this because when it comes to seduction, you have to have control of your emotions. You have to have, nothing should be affecting your emotions. The moment you allow your emotions to be affected within a golf match, and again, this has happened to me where I've hit my first shot and it is the most perfect shot I've ever hit. The speeds, the trajectory, it falls right on the fairway. It's positioned perfectly for the second shot. And I'm so excited that I've hit such a good shot that level of excitement then adds pressure to the second shot. And then my second shot is absolutely horrible. And then the other scenario is when I've hit my first shot and it's completely terrible, literally straight into a bunker or straight into the rough, and it's hit a couple of trees, and to find the ball, it's taken me at least 15 minutes to find the ball. Terrible shot. And because it's such a terrible shot, and I'm now emotionally invested in the fact that I've fluffed this shot, my second shot is just as bad or even worse because of it. And you think surely if you have a good shot and you're happy, you should be having a second good shot. Usually, and this is why golfers get paid so much, because they don't get they every shot that they do, they quickly forget it. The quicker you can forget your shot and not be emotionally invested on it, the better you become as a golfer. And this is the key when it comes to seduction, because when you think of it from that perspective, if you allow the last rejection for you to be emotionally invested, especially in the last rejection, it affects the next point when you go to seduce, because you're now bringing this baggage into it. So you're bringing this baggage, and then all of a sudden you wonder, why is she not responding? And this is what I get a lot from most people. I've tried everything. I've got no doubt you've tried everything. But if you've tried everything, coming off the fact that you've once got rejected, and then you're coming from that negative vibe, it's going to consistently you're going to consistently get rejected. So this is very, very important, like to disassociate from the actual result. I think this is the most important thing I've ever said on the podcast. And I've said it in different ways, but the moment you can divorce yourself from the actual result, which is having sex, and then just enjoy the process. And again, part of the process is that you want the rejection, because when you get the rejection, it just gives you an opportunity to learn more. But usually if you sulk, you stonewall, and you do all sorts of things that are manipulative to change that person's behavior, it always ends bad. And this is the reason why the sexless relationship has lasted for so long. And when I speak to some of these people, they've been in a sexless relationship for over a year, and it's a year since they last had intimate moments. And a large chunk of it is the fact that they've not been able to let go of the time that they got rejected. And when you get rejected and allow it to affect you, it will continue affecting you to the next point of seduction, and to the next one, and to the next one. And what's crazy about it is most most people are willing to continue doing this same mistake over and over again. So, because I know you are a smart person, you're not going to do the same thing over and over again and expect the same result. You're going to go to Instagram, Thriving Tribesman. I'm waiting for our new branding to come along. It's with the designers. Now, I'm just going DM us for some free resources. We're going to give you some resources on how to actually get confident, how to get bulletproof confidence, and then you can start turning your relationship around. And again, when you come over and send us DMs, we're going to start looking through your relationship in terms of asking you questions. And as you give us answers, we'll make a tailor-made plan for you to go and start changing things around. Now, you're probably thinking you're going to be paying loads of money. You won't have to pay any money. This is how we get clients. We go and give you everything that you need to go and start changing things around. Obviously, it's through a few phone calls. And then once you start changing things around, if you see those results, you're probably going to want to know more what else we have to offer, and then we'll be able to show you the next steps from that. So it's going to be absolutely incredible for you, and I don't want you to continue suffering in this. It's time for you to make a change and do something different. So go to our Instagram, Thriving Tribesman, and we'll be able to take you through the process of what it entails for you to join us if you choose to. But if you don't, no big deal. And like I said, by the end of the call, you're going to understand what is going on in your relationship. Have a plan to make 10 things around. And also, I can guarantee you within 15 days to 30 days, you would have got laid. I can guarantee it. And I'm guaranteeing it because we've now done it a few times. So we've now managed to get a real good momentum in terms of getting people results. So you've got nothing to lose. Like literally, you don't have to pay me. So it's going to be amazing. So come on, you just make your move. Go to our Instagram, Thriving Tribesman, and we'll be seeing you soon. Take care.